today I have a knife and I'm going to open my new exhaust for the Moto Guzzi V7 Special, the first modification of the bike. This is going to be a full series. I don't know how many episodes will be in this series of modifying the Moto Guzzi, and this is probably the thing that I said was top of the list on changing the bike, because the exhaust from factory doesn't really open up what the bike truly is. It doesn't allow you to experience that engine to the fullest. So this exhaust in this box will hopefully help me do that. So let's get it open. Now I've got this exhaust from Guzzi Bits. Now they're spelt how you pronounce Guzzi, because people always pronounce Guzzi, and it's not, it's Guzzi. So it's spelt G-U-T-S-I, so people can learn to say it properly. But we'll leave the link to their website in the description. They're the UK distributor of many different parts for Moto Guzzi, so go and check them out. But let's get this exhaust out. They've also sent me a Velocity stack. Now this isn't sponsored by them, by the way. I have paid for this, which, that's just a bit of cardboard. I thought there was something in there. Which will sort of give the bike a little bit more airflow, which is in here, and reduce the turbulence within the air filter. I'm not going to put that on today. I'm just going to put the slip-ons on, because I want to take the decibel killer out of the exhaust to make it a little bit louder. But to do that, really, you need to do a tune to the ECU, and the tuner that I want is not in stock. So I can't do that today, but I thought let's get the exhaust on, see what it sounds like with the decibel killers, and then we can take the decibel killers out, do a tune and see what the difference is. Ta-da. It's a bit plasticky, isn't it? That's nice, isn't it? So this is a Mistral short silencer. So they do a conical, I think it's called, which looks very similar to the standard shape of the exhaust, which is a little bit longer. This one is much shorter. I prefer the shape of this, and it'll be slightly louder because it's not as long, but it's really nicely made. And these are made about a mile down the road from the actual Moto Guzzi factory, hand built in Italy. So that's pretty cool. Now a few years ago, when the old man had a Harley, the Heritage Classic, he bought some slip-ons and fitted them himself, and he thought, oh, this will be an easy job. And there's a video of that on the channel somewhere, probably about 4 years ago, 5 years ago even, but it ended up being about 3 or 4 hours, didn't it? So hopefully this isn't that difficult. From what I can see, it's just a clamp and this bracket here. So it should be relatively simple. This is not the most flattering view of myself, but if you're interested in seeing what I'm going to do to this bike, make sure you subscribe. It's free. That's loose. Now for the bracket. Now I can't really give you any advice on how to change an exhaust because I've never done it before. So this is me guessing. So hopefully I don't put the wrong one on the wrong side. But hopefully by the end of the video I'll be competent enough to change a Moto Guzzi exhaust. Let's unbolt. Should be able to side it off now. Shall I undo this? That bracket's undone. It's not easy, is it? It is, yeah.
Is it on the
Christ. Oh, fucking hell. Really hard and then bloody came off. I almost launched it.
imagine it what it sound like with that on.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't start it up because it'd be really bad for it, wouldn't it?
Would be.
Well, there we go. I shall reuse that. Now I've just noticed new bracket for this. It's quite nice, isn't it? So polished metal rather than black. I suppose must be slightly different fitment and length due to the different size of exhaust, because I'm going to put these side by side in a second so you can see the difference in the size of the exhaust. This is ever so light, it's definitely lighter, so it's going to save a little bit of weight as well. That is quite a difference in size. This one, oh my god, about double the weight. Yeah, noticeable difference in weight. Obviously you haven't got all of this bit, it's just the end bit, and this is not as much of a circumference either, so there's much less silencing in this, so I can't wait to hear what this sounds like. But as I said earlier, I want to take the decibel killers out, and it's not wise to do that without tuning the engine. There's a little screw on the inside here, and I believe you take that out and then you can just pull the decibel killer out, simple as that. So I'll do that in a later video. Plus I've got a velocity stack and a new air filter, and once I've got the tuner, I'll do that. That'll be a new video. So I get this through. That's through. Oh, it's dead easy, wasn't it? Right, an idiot like me can do that in 3 seconds, so I've surprised myself today.
It hasn't got a heat shield on this one.
No, doesn't, no. You're not going to touch that bit, are you? I mean, passenger's feet are above it, your feet are there. I mean, it's fine, isn't it? I mean, it looks way more sleek. Usually, mouthful, I start doing something and then suddenly I'm so hungry and my blood sugar level's too low and I feel like I'm going to faint, so banana is necessary. But if you come around here, look at the difference in either side of how much shorter that new exhaust is. This one is massive. That makes a huge difference to the look of the bike and the weight. Well, that was far easier than expected. I've just had to go inside for half an hour because I had a hypo. I don't know if anyone's ever had a hypo. Let us know in the comments below. But when my blood sugar gets too low, I have to sit down because I get lightheaded and I have to eat some jam on toast. But now it's time to do the left hand side. This shouldn't take very long at all. So let's whiz through that, get them on and hear what it sounds like. The one time I've done a job and it's gone exactly how I want it to go. Simple. Normally things that you think will take half an hour take 4, but this has actually taken half an hour. Excellent. Now we seem to have a real split on the channel of people who like loud exhausts and people who absolutely hate them and make it very clear that they hate them. The last video as of filming this that went live, well, by the time this has gone live, there'll be another 4 videos, was the CCM Maverick review. And we thought that bike sounds awesome. Really great sounding bike. It's not overly loud, but it's reasonably loud. And people absolutely hated it. Don't really get it, to be honest. This exhaust is tastefully loud. It's going to give it a deep tone. It's not really loud. It's not going to really annoy the neighbours. And luckily, my next door neighbour actually really likes the sound of my bikes. So I've got good neighbours, thankfully. So, you know, if you don't like it, get lost. It's my bike. So here's the moment of truth. I'm really excited about this. So, new Mistral exhaust. Let's hear what it sounds like. Oh yeah, that's the difference. It's nice and deep, isn't it? Really deep. That's far better. Very nice. Crikey. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So once I take the decibel killers out, this is going to be an even more of an animal. Basically, it'll be even deeper, slightly louder, and that'll be just perfect. But this is pretty damn good. A massive improvement over stock. How much better is that? Whew. Now how good does that sound? Now this is just the first step of making this bike my own. So the next thing to do will be air filter, velocity stack, new tune, and take the decibel killers out, make it slightly louder and definitely more deep. I mean, it's probably loud enough, but I like bikes to be a little bit loud. I like to hear the bike. It's not going to annoy people. It's a beautiful sounding engine. It really is. It's got a lovely, deep, guttural sound. It really does sound fantastic. And this is how this bike is meant to sound. It really is unleashed the true potential of this engine. So if you're excited to see what's coming up with this Moto Guzzi, all the other changes that I'm doing, because that's just the start, there's many cosmetic changes as well to come. So make sure you subscribe, you do not want to miss out.